In this video, I will give you a little trick to just help you work between the domain and range of an original graph and an inverse. And hopefully it's one of those things that just makes life so much easier when you get to them. And so the trick goes something like this. If I'm asked to work out the range of the original, all I need to do is look at the domain of the inverse. Or said backwards, if there's a question that out the blue says work out the range of the inverse, then all I really need to do is just go back and get the domain of the original. So the domain of one gives you the range of the other. For example, and I've got this picture here just to visually make it easier for you. So if I say, what's the range of fx? What's the range of this original graph? And I'm just calling it fx. So if you want to know what is the range of this original green graph, that's the y value, and so the lowest it goes is -9, and so the range of the original graph would just be y is bigger than or equal to -9. If they ask me the domain of the inverse, it's pretty much the same answer, except because it's an inverse, the x and y swaps, and so there's your answer. Let's just check that visually. If they ask me the domain of this black graph, that's the x values, the smallest x is -9, and it's always happening bigger than that. And so hopefully visually you can see that this trick I'm teaching you makes sense. Just for completion's sake, let's do it for the other one, the domain of the original. So the domain of the original should give the same answer as the range of the inverse, obviously just swapping x's and y's. So the domain, which is to do with x, the domain of the original, it doesn't just stop here at -2, it goes on forever. It doesn't just stop here at 4, it goes forever. So the x's go everywhere. So in maths language, we say x is an element of the real number. That in English just means everywhere. And so without having to think, you could just say, oh, it's an inverse graph, so the domain of the original becomes the range of the inverse. I just have to swap the x and y. But just for completion, let's look at it. So what is the range of this inverse, the black graph? You can see that it's going down forever, and it goes up, 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 up forever. So it's everywhere for y. And so that's why these answers look so similar, and these answers look so similar. So this is helpful because sometimes you get to an exam and this is the question they ask without having any drawing to reference off. And so if they ask you what's the domain of the inverse, you can immediately know, oh, that's just the range of the original. Let me look in my picture that I have for the range of the original, get an answer, and I just need to swap the x with the y. So I found that to be quite helpful with the students I work with. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends.